So in sticking with the theme of love, because Valentine's Day kind of just happened, we are going to draw this heart mandala in Procreate using a couple different symmetry tools that we have in the app. Now, as you can see, I like drawing different patterns in my heart shapes. You do not have to follow along and do the exact same pattern that I am doing. It is totally up to you what you draw. So today's video is really going to be a draw with me kind of video. So first, the dimensions for your canvas. Go ahead and select a 3000 by 3000 canvas. And then we're going to set this up so that we can actually do a clipping mask and make our drawing a little bit easier to do. So in my layers, I'm going to add a new layer. This layer, I'm going to turn symmetry on. So up in my wrench, click on Drawing Guide. I'm going to click Edit Drawing Guide. And instead of radial, I want vertical. So it's straight down the center of my canvas. And then I am going to use the Monoline brush. Now, setting up the heart, make sure you get the shape that you want to use. I'm going to bump that brush size up to about 30. I'm gonna zoom in and make sure that my lines are connected for the next step that we're going to do. Okay, so I am going to duplicate this layer. So on this bottom layer, I'm going to click on the layer and click Select. And now when I look in my layers, I see that my heart is in the outline of white. So in that layer, I can drag white down into that heart and it has filled it for me. So I'm going to add a layer in between my outline and my filled shape. I'm going to click on this and select Clipping Mask. So now everything that I do is only going to be inside the heart. And then I'm also going to come back up into Drawing Guide. And instead of symmetry, I'm gonna click on Options. I want this to be radial. You can set the point wherever you want in your heart. I'm gonna go just center and click Done. So I'm not quite done. I need to make sure that Drawing Assist is turned on. So come into my clipping mask layer and click Drawing Assist. So now whatever I draw in one quadrant happens in the others. Okay, so I'm gonna turn that brush size down to about 4. And I am just going to start building a pattern and working my way out of my heart.
I love doing these types of mandala drawings because they're just so relaxing to do this repeated pattern. And then after I get the pattern set, I can actually go in and print this page out, and then I can get more benefit from it from coloring in that pattern that I've created. So here I'm actually at the top of the heart, and when I start doing these petals, they will go off the screen at the top part of the heart, but on the lower part, because I didn't finish connecting them, I stopped at the line right there. You see that there's a gap. So I actually flip the canvas around and I draw in where there's the largest space on my screen so that I can ensure that I get all of those areas closed off like they need to be. Another great thing to do when drawing these mandala patterns is to play with the size of your brush. So play with the line weight just to give it a different look in different areas. So whenever I have big open spaces like this, I like to draw flowers, and I tried using the assisted drawing to draw a perfect circle, but I didn't like how it was looking. So I went into the layer, turned drawing assist off, and then drew the center for my flower. But because I turned drawing assist off, it didn't repeat on the other side. So I went back, turned drawing assist back on, and then traced over that circle on one half so that it would snap on the other side, and then I would have them in the exact same location and even. And then I'm going to continue on drawing the petals in for my flower. Again, this is just a great way to fill that space. It's kind of an awkward space. And it also gives me, again, if I'm going to print this out to color, it gives me a lot of areas that I can add different colors and designs and patterns to make it my own. So I like to kind of get the big designs out of the way first so that my whole shape, whatever I'm creating the mandala pattern in, is fill first before going back in and now adding in lines and more shapes to really add those details into the different areas of my pattern. So here is where I plug in some great music and I just sit down and figure out where I want to add different elements and what shapes I want to use to make it a little bit more interesting and also give me more areas to color later when I print it out.
So there we have our mandala drawn into our heart shape. If you want to print this out or share it, come into the wrench on your iPad, click Share, PNG, and then export it and send it wherever you want to save it to. So either a printer that you have set up on your iPad or into a cloud area.
Thank y'all so much for drawing with me today. I hope you enjoyed drawing your heart-shaped mandala. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel and click the bell so that you're notified whenever new videos are posted. Hope to see you soon.